Can you hear me? Could you please type to the chat if you can hear me? Okay. For some reason I can't hear your voice. Okay. Yeah. Now I can hear something. Okay, that's good to know. And Miisa, how is your computer working at the moment? Can you put your microphone on so we could test your microphone there? All right, it seems that my microphone is working, but Miisa can't use her microphone there. And Tanya, your microphone is on at the moment. But we will start the presentation and maybe Miisa can try to find her microphone. But if she does not, she can use or work with the chat. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anna and my colleague Miisa is here too. And we come from the University of Eastern Finland. Sorry about this hassle with the link. For some reason, we were not able to log in with the link, but I'm glad that now we are here and we can start this presentation. Topics for today's training are here. So we have 4 parts here. Just few slides about Finland and our university. Then we will introduce our master's degree programs, how to apply, and how is student life here in the University of Eastern Finland. But let's start with the part where we discuss about Finland. So you might know that Finland is a country in Europe, and now I can see that Miisa is there.
Yes.
So
can you hear me also?
Yes, we can hear you well.
Great. I'm sorry about the problems. I had some problems with the technology again, but great to be here all.
All right. Then I will ask Miisa because this is her specialty, so
yeah.
she can continue from here.
Thank you, Anna. So hello, everyone. My name is Miisa, and I work at the University of Eastern Finland as a student recruiting officer together with Anna. So first, we will introduce you just shortly to Finland. And as Anna already mentioned, we are a Nordic country in Europe, located in the northern part of Europe, as you can see here on the map. Then just some quick facts about our country. So the capital city is Helsinki, located in the southern coast of Finland. You can see that also in the map here. There are about 5.5 million people living in Finland at the moment. And we have 4 neighboring countries. They are, of course, Sweden, Norway, Estonia, and Russia. And actually, for 3 times in a row already, Finland has been ranked as the happiest country in the world. So we have the happiest people living here. Life in Finland is quite easygoing. We enjoy this European lifestyle. Our education system is very famous and something we are very proud of. We have nature everywhere you go in the country, even in the biggest cities like Helsinki. You can find nature everywhere. And we also like to find joy in the simple things in life and also relax. Like I mentioned, our education system, it's globally recognized and awarded, and Finland is the leading country in providing future skills education according to this future index. So that is something we are very, very proud of and like to talk about also. Just some Finnish brands you might know already. So we have these mobile game Angry Birds, then of course the mobile phone manufacturer Nokia, Kone making elevators and escalators. Then you might have heard of these kids characters, Moomins, and also Finnish design is very popular. So brands like Marimekko and Iittala are very famous also. Then about our university, UEF in a nutshell. So here you can see some quick key figures about our university. We have 4 faculties, 13 different fields of study, in which we have about 100 different major subjects to choose from. We have about 15,000 degree students, of which about 2,000 are international students, when including the degree students and the exchange students. So with these 13 fields of study, we are the most multidisciplinary university in Finland. So here you can see a list of all the fields of study we offer in our university. And of course, we have a wide range of study opportunities in English. And in addition to these degree programs we will soon present to you, we also offer this UEF summer school every summer. Of course, not this summer, but usually every summer we have this. Then we have studies for exchange students, the UEF doctoral school, and then we also offer some global education services. So our campus cities, we have 2 campuses located in Kuopio and Joensuu, and as our slogan goes, we are in the middle of nowhere. I will shortly present to you our campus cities, though. So the first one is Kuopio. You can see the picture of the Puijo Hill there. Kuopio is the ninth largest city in Finland. There are about 120,000 people living in Kuopio. And there in our campus in Kuopio, we have about 6,700 UEF students studying in there. And actually, as Finland has been ranked as the happiest country in the world, then Kuopio has the happiest people living in Finland. So one could say that Kuopio has the happiest people in the world. Then our other campus city, where I'm actually at the moment, and I think Anna is also back home in Joensuu as well. So Joensuu is the 12th largest city in Finland, slightly smaller than Kuopio, so about 75,000 residents in Joensuu, although our campus here in Joensuu is slightly bigger than the one in Kuopio. So here we have about 9,000 students studying. And actually, Joensuu is a big student city, as about every 3rd resident in this city is a student.
All right, thank you, Misa. Then I will shortly introduce you our master's degree programs. So first of all, this higher education or higher degree from the university, it gives this competitive advantage for students in labor markets. Then quite important for our international students is the high level of teaching. This means that in our universities, university master's level courses, they are often taught in small groups. And this means that the interaction between students and teachers is pretty active. And our international students, when we ask some feedback from them, they usually say that this educational culture in Finland, it might be a bit different than it is, for example, in Asia or in USA. Our teachers and professors, it's very easy to talk with them, and they read their emails, and they are very happy to answer to their students' questions. So this is something what we get. We get a lot of positive feedback about this. And of course, it's always one possibility if student is willing to continue his or her studies. We have a very good doctoral school in our university, and there are some programs, master's degree programs, where almost all students will continue their studies to doctoral school. So that depends a bit on the field where they are studying. We have 4 different kind of master's degree programs. Altogether, we have them over 20 of them. So the first group is natural and health sciences. The second one, forestry, environmental policy and law programs. Then we have programs related to international business and tourism. And the fourth one is education, linguistics, and English language. Our tuition fees, they vary between 8,000 and 10,000 euros per academic year. And our tuition waivers are between 50 to 70%. There are 5 Erasmus Mundus programs where we have full and partial scholarships available. And these Erasmus Mundus programs, these are the most competitive ones because these scholarships, full scholarships, they include also quite often these traveling expenses and living costs. So those 5 programs are the most competitive ones. The application period for our master's degree programs is open already, and the student should have bachelor's degree, or he or she can be also a graduating student. This means that if she or he is going to finish his studies, let's say in spring or in summer, they can apply already. They need to submit their degree certificate before the studies will start in autumn, but they can apply already now. There needs to be some kind of proof of English language skills, for example, IELTS or some other TOEFL test or something like that. There are several tests what our students use, but the most common ones are IELTS and TOEFL. And they can also take this, for example, TOEFL has this online test. Because due to this coronavirus situation, it might be hard to travel to the language testing center. So they offer this on home edition online test, and it's possible to apply with that one. And of course, there might be some program specific requirements, for example, CV or motivational letter. These can be checked from our websites, uef.fi/masters. And we have there all the details about the documents and materials and previous studies, what the students will need. So, like I mentioned, the application period is already open. It's open until 20th of January. And these applications, they should be done via this National Study Info portal. And your agency, they have this certain code. So in that application form, there's one question where we ask the student agency identification code. So you have your own, and please use that when when you fill in the students fill in the application. The results, the students will get them during March, and our study programs usually start in September 21. And of course, we hope that our international students can travel to Finland and arrive here. We have international students studying in our campus cities at the moment, and even though Misa and I we are at our homes at the moment, our campuses are open. So we have contact teaching, and then some of or part of our students study online. For some master's degree programs, they have started their studies totally online this fall, and then we hope to see these second year students in Finland in autumn. So let's see how the situation will be next autumn, but overall, I could say that all our international students who have started their studies in their programs, they have been able to do the studies in normal rhythm online or on campus. Of course, there are some master's degree programs, for example, in research chemist, where they have, for example, laboratory work, and that is something what is quite hard to do online. So those students, they have contact teaching, for example. We are looking for students who are highly motivated to study and learn abroad. They should have some kind of interest towards these environmental or international questions. And we are looking for international students who are looking for a student-friendly university. Our universities are in pretty small in size if you think about the global scale, and so this University of Eastern Finland is I would say this is pretty cozy university to study, even though the teaching and learning results are top level. Then about student life at UEF. So Misa, please say a few words about this.
Thank you. So we'll quickly go through some basic things about student life at our university. And we'll start with the academic calendar, which looks something like this. So the studies usually they start in September. Some programs, especially the first programs, they might start already in August. And then the fall semester goes on until about somewhere middle of December. So the students have probably like their last lectures next week before the Christmas holidays that last about maybe 3 weeks. And then in January starts the spring semester. In March or April we have the Easter holidays, and then in May the studies end for that semester, and then they have about 3 months of summer holiday when they can do summer schools or practical trainings or some summer courses, or just have a summer holiday. So that's the basic idea of our academic year. But when our international students arrive in September, we always have this 1-week orientation for them, where they get to know more about studying and the university life at UEF. They'll go through all the practical matters, and of course they will learn more about Finland and the Finnish culture. And of course the most important thing is meeting other students, their classmates, tutors, and the program coordinators. And each of our international students will get a personal student tutor who will help them with all the practical matters that might come up. Also, our students get great student benefits. For example, student healthcare is organized so that usually it's about maybe 90% discount from the regular prices, but sometimes even free of charge. They will get lunch discounts in campus restaurants so that the price for a lunch is somewhere around €2 usually. And of course, when it's possible to travel, our international students love traveling around Finland, so they will get discounts on train tickets and bus tickets as well. And through the student union, they will also get access to many local and international activities like sports and parties and excursions. Then a few words about student housing in our campus cities. So both in Kuopio and Joensuu, the student housing, they are located around the city, so we do not have any on-campus living options. But both of our campus cities are quite convenient inside, so it's very easy to move around, get from your apartment to the city center or the campus, so that shouldn't be a problem. Most of our international students, they live in a shared flat, meaning that they have their own bedroom, but they share the kitchen and the bathroom with other students. But of course, there are also studios and family apartments available. And these apartments are usually always non-furnished, but this personal student tutor will help each new student to get all the furniture and all the equipment they need. Their rent for a shared apartment is somewhere between 200 to 350 euros, depending on the size and the condition and the location of the apartment. I'm not sure. I think this we had, yeah, let's go ahead, Anna. Thank you.
Thank you. So I have a few slides here why to choose UEF. Our university is ranked among the finest ones, so we are globally within the 2%. Over 80% of our graduated students had a job in next spring after graduation. All UEF programs were included in this internal survey. We engage in close interaction with companies and our stakeholders, and this is of course something that varies also between the programs. For example, in IT programs and business programs, there is really close cooperation with our companies and stakeholders. And then there might be, for example, research chemist, where the profile of the program is a bit different. So this is something what depends on the program, but we do have good connections to labor markets and companies. That we are learner-centered university. This means that, of course, our teaching is based on the latest research. Our university is also very flexible. We have flexible study opportunities. This means, for example, that usually there is space in the degree for some free elective courses, and there is also this opportunity that our international students can apply for UFE, also master's degree program students, and then they can take some courses from other European universities, and these courses are free of charge for our students. This UFE is an alliance where we have universities, for example, from UK, from Holland, from Italy, and from Spain. There are 10 universities in this UFE. So that's also one opportunity to our international students. Then our learning environments. This means our campuses and our digital learning environments. they are the best ones in Finland. So we are really trying to get the latest digital learning environments what there are available, and our students and international students, they really like our learning environments, also our campuses. So our university is Finland's most multidisciplinary university. We are a learner-centered university with flexible study opportunities. This is safe and international environment to study and learn, and our university is great fit for all who love nature. Our tuition fees and living costs, they are reasonable. And I could show you this one. So when we have applicants who have received a positive letter from us, so they have a study place in Finland, they of course need to go through the immigration process. This means that Migri, which is the responsible organization of immigration, they will go through the applications, and our students should have 560 euros per month in their account when they apply for residence permit. So that's 560 euros per month plus the tuition fee. And if you count that the degree is, what is it? Is it like 12 months or something like that? So they need to have some funds in their bank account. And we recommend that these residence permits, they will be applied as soon as possible. The student has received the acceptance letter from us. And this was it. I could show you the list of our all master's degree programs, but I can't see the share button here. So we have this one PDF file where we have all those master's degree programs listed, but I think Abdul has that one, and maybe he has already forwarded the list to you. But in that list you can see the names of the programs, the tuition fee, tuition waiver, and the campus city. And I think that's the very easy one look material from us about the master's degree programs. But I could shortly, of course, introduce these programs. I will just go them through quickly. So we have master's degree programs in biology, in biomedicine, in language. This means, for example, English language or English language. And then we have some programs in environmental issues like environmental health and technology, and environmental policy and law. You may know that in Finland we have a lot of forest. So of course we also offer programs in forestry. Then we have IT program, which is pretty popular among our international applicants. And then 2 business programs. So we have international business and sales program, and then tourism program. Then we have also medical physics, photonics, and public health program. We don't have, that's the health science program, what we offer. It's called public health. Then I mentioned earlier this research chemist program. And then we have also programs in the fields of education. So the number of different kind of programs is pretty high. It's over 20, and there are a lot of topics to choose from. So what we about the language requirements, I could say that this question has been asked several times. So, for example, IELTS test, the common core or the academic score, what we require is 6.5 in most of our programs. There are some linguistic programs, I think, for example, in English language master degree program, the IELTS result should be 7, but usually we require 6.5. And it's very important that our applicants they do the language test before the application period ends. So they should have the test result. I think it's 27th of January is the latest date. So the application period ends 20th of January, and then there is like 1 week window to send some missing documents. So 27th is the absolute latest deadline for the language document. In Finland, all the universities are public universities, so they or somehow public universities, so they receive their a part of their funding from the Finnish government. And altogether in Finland, I think we have 10 Finnish universities around our country. Then there is a question about, can candidate apply with spouse and kids? Yes, it's possible to apply, and we do have family apartments available. And I think we have every year some applicants or students who come to Finland with their families. I'm 38 years, looking for doing research chemist, master's program. Yeah, the age is not problem. So even though you are a bit older, you can apply, and it doesn't. We don't care if you have a gap between your bachelor's degree and master studies. So that's pretty normal, in fact, in Finland. So we start when we are adults. And then there was this question about, do we have any scholarships available for master courses? So we usually have, in most of our programs, we have these tuition waivers, which are 50 to 70% of the tuition fee. And then we have these 4 or 5 Erasmus Mundus programs where we have those full scholarships. But those programs are highly competitive. And those Erasmus Mundus programs, what we offer, I can tell the fields. So we have imaging and light in extended reality program. Then we have this European forestry program and computational color and spectral imaging program, and then photonics program. They are the Erasmus Mundus programs what we offer at the moment. Is there something what you would like to comment, Miisa?
Yeah, previously I saw a question about bachelor's degrees. So unfortunately, our university at the moment, we don't offer any bachelor's degree studies in English, completely in English. So we only have these master's level studies taught in English.
Then there is a question about that I have postgraduate degree from UK. Do I still need to have an IELTS for applying? It depends on the program, so check the program website. But usually they accept those postgraduate degrees from the English-speaking country. So, but check the program you are interested in, and and then you can find more detailed information about language requirements.
Then there's a question about part-time jobs, and when the student gets the student residence permit, it is possible to work about 25 hours a week with that residence permit. And of course, after the graduation, you can also, and our university hopes that many students would also stay in Finland and get the working residence permit after their studies.
Then there is one question about what are the requirements to get into the Erasmus Mundus program. That depends on the program. So you need to have, for example, European forestry. You need to have some kind of previous studies in the fields of forestry, and then there are program-specific requirements. For example, they might require some amount of certain studies, and of course, there might be also some program-specific requirements like motivation letter, and then they will score the letter. So it depends on the program. All the requirements or the eligibility criteria, they are per program, so they vary between the programs.
There are still questions about scholarships. So just to clarify that we don't really have only these Erasmus Mundus programs have scholarships, and those are a different thing. But usually in our own programs, we offer these tuition waivers, which are 50 to 70% of the tuition fee the student needs to pay. And then for the second year of studies, our programs can give these additional tuition waivers based on the study success during the first year, but we do not offer any scholarships or 100% scholarships other than in the Erasmus Mundus programs.
And these tuition waivers, you need to apply that together when you fill in the application form. There is one question that do you wish to apply for this tuition waiver, and you click there yes, and then you automatically will get the waiver. And that's about what we can say about the waivers and scholarships. Then there is a very specific question about do we have internship for research chemist program, and can you explain about placement? This is something what I can't answer right now because I don't have all the program specific details about their curriculum. So sorry, I can't answer to that. But if you're interested in that, we would kindly ask you to send email to us, and we can forward your question to the program coordinator. Maybe, can you, Misa? Yeah, you can see our email address. In fact, it's in this slide. Yes. So studentrecruiting@uef.fi. What is the final deadline for submitting IELTS certificate? Is it possible to get extension for the same? So the final deadline of the application is 20th of January. And in Finland, it really means that it's like the final deadline for the application. We don't accept applications which will arrive after that date. And I need to be exact, so I think it's 20th of January, 4 p.m. Finnish time. But if you have sent your application, there is 1 week window to send us the missing documents. So it's 27th of January when you must have your IELTS certificate. So 20th for the application and 27th of these missing documents or attachments. Any other questions or topics what we could say here? I'm just checking the chat that have we answered to all your questions. There is this one question about if an applicant has a bachelor's degree in nursing with 70%, can I apply without IELTS? I'm not sure if that 70% means that it's the degree is like 70% or 70% of the degree has been done, but you need to have the bachelor's degree, or you should be graduating soon during the spring or summer. And bachelor's degree in nursing, that is something what depends if it's university level or University of Applied Sciences level degree. For example, if you are planning to apply to public health, they accept this nursing done in university. But if you have done the degree or the studies in the University of University of Applied Sciences, then you can't apply. So for public health, the previous studies, they need to be university level studies.
Then there's a question about if general IELTS is okay, and we accept the IELTS academic only, and now in this situation also the IELTS indicator tests, so it has to be the IELTS academic version.
Yeah, but those home edition tests or tests which can be done online, they are okay in this current situation. And the COVID-19 situation in Finland has been quite okay. So part of our staff members, they are working remotely, and part of them are on campus, and it's the same with our students. So especially those students who are first year bachelor students, those are the one where I think they have the most contact teaching what we are offering at the moment, but it depends on the study program how much contact teaching is needed. So I think we have answered to all your questions.
I think so too.
So if you need the list of our master's degree programs, Abdul has that one. And from our behalf, I would like to thank you for your attention, and I hope to see a lot of applications from you, and hopefully some of you or your students, they can travel to Finland already next fall. Do you, Misa, have something what you would like to add?
No, I think we've covered pretty much everything. Just to thank you all for participating and having great questions. So thank you and enjoy your weekend.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.